Alright, in last week's lesson, we learned this funky A minor 7 groove that sounds like this. We're going to put that to work today in the context of a nice minor blues progression. And we're going to borrow the progression from B.B. King's The Thrill Is Gone. Now, if you want to play it with B.B., you're going to have to play up into the key of B and play through this same chord progression, but we're going to do this in A because it really gives us a lot of options when it comes to fingerstyle blues. Alright, so what we're going to do to start this off is we're going to put aside that A minor 7 groove for just a minute. We're going to come back to it and make this thing a nice funky full progression, but right now I think it's important to know the chord sequence. So let's dive into that. The chords that we're going to need will be this A minor 7. Here's the full version. Just a bar chord around, mostly barred on the 5th fret, and then the 7th fret on the 5th string. Big, beautiful chord. Then we're going to move into another amazing minor chord, the D minor 7. Alright, now making that chord by barring on the 5th fret from strings 5 all the way to 1. And then I've got my ring finger here on the 7th fret of the 4th string. Middle finger catches the 2nd string 6th fret. Alright, the next chord that we'll need will be an F7 here on the 8th fret. This is basically the C major shape with the 7th. So if you take C major and put your pinky down on the 3rd fret, 3rd string, you've got a C7. And then you can move that all the way up to the 8th fret and you've got an F7. Then we're going to back that up one fret for an E7. Alright, so those are the chords. A minor 7, D minor 7, F7, E7. Now, the sequence in which we play these chords is very important. It gives the whole piece its character. And what I want to do now is strum through these chords, giving a 4 count to each chord, and show you the sequence or the progression here. So we're going to start out, we've got 4 bars on the A minor 7, then we've got 2 bars on D minor 7, another 2 bars on A minor 7, then we go F7 for a bar, E7 for a bar, and then finally 2 bars of A minor 7. So here's the progression. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and now that we know the progression, and definitely go back and strum through this a few times to make sure you know when the chord changes are coming. That's going to make the next part so much easier to tackle, because what we're going to do now is bring that funky groove back in. We're going to start with the funky A minor 7 groove. We'll do that for 4 bars, and then we'll move into the D minor 7 and do a chord groove like this. Alright, so basically I'm going back and forth in a real rhythmic way between the bass on the 5th string and the top of the chord on strings 4, 3, and 2. That's the heart of it. So we've got bass, and then 2 quick chord pumps, then the bass, then a chord again. Hit the chord, just kind of strike the full chord for the last little piece of the measure. Then we reach back and grab this 4th fret 5th string note here, just so we're flattening the bass 1/2 step and then coming back into it. might be a bit of a stretch, and hopefully you can do it without moving your ring and middle finger out of position, because you really want those notes to ring out even over that step down here. It just really gives a nice fluid sound to it. But if you need to move out of position, there's no harm in that. If you have to do it, you have to do it. But really work toward leaving these two fingers planted and just reaching back and grabbing that half step down there. All right, so then we're going to put these two together. So it's really important to know how to get into this D7 groove from the A7 groove. And that's pretty much it right there. At the end of every A7 bar, the A minor 7 bar, you do this little move. And once you do that, you need to, after the fourth time you do that, you need to be ready to land in D minor 7. All right, so let's take a look at the last bar on the A minor 7 going into the D minor 7. And then we finally finish that D minor 7 bit by hitting the bass and then the open A. And then once you hit that open A, you're ready to get right back in to the A minor 7 groove for those next two bars. And here's the next important part. After those two bars on A minor 7, it's time to walk up into this F7 shape here. But we let the bass lead us on the 5th string. So the end of the A minor 7 is this. And once you hit that 7th fret on the 5th string, you'll want to get your other fingers free and ready to land as you walk up into the F7 shape. And then the chord groove is pretty much the same as what we were doing over the D minor 7. Remember, we do the F7, back down a fret, and then we're back into our A minor 7 for the final two bars of this 12-bar progression. So let me play through the entire progression with the funky groove going on, and I'll play it through slowly, see if you can follow along. Alright, now as we wrap up this lesson, I'm going to play out with this groove up to tempo. Now, really work toward a healthy tempo here and really lock yourself into the groove. A quick tip, get your foot tapping, get your head bobbing, and get your body moving somehow to really lock in with this groove. Hope you enjoyed this lesson, and definitely stick around for the next one, because we're going to mix in some lead licks into this groove. Once we get this groove down pat, the next thing we want to do is add some sweet, well-timed licks, and that's what we're going to do in the next lesson. So join me back here for Tuesday Blues. All right.